Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? I'm Claire Jones, if we haven't already met. I am the owner of Liminal Clarity, and I'm an intuitive flow expert that supports women visionaries, innovators, creators who want to achieve more in less time with less stress. You know, we all have big goals and we want to get them done better and faster, right? With a lot more joy and ease. So I'm jumping on today to talk about how we can increase our creativity, productivity, innovation, and aligned flow, even in times of change, stress, and or transformation. And today we're continuing with the 12 houses of the birth chart. So if you are catching me live or if you're watching the replay, comment, tell us where you're tuning in from and which house has the most planets on your chart. What is the heaviest house on your chart? Before I get into the nitty gritty here, I wanted to let you know that I am opening up 3 spaces to those of you out there who want to move in harmony with your truest selves by cultivating intentional flow and productivity to achieve your life's work with ease and joy. So if you're interested, book a call with me. I'll put the link in the comments. If you're jumping on YouTube, it's going to be in the description for your convenience. Now, why am I talking about the 12 houses today? So, now that we better understand our planets and how they represent our innate facets of our personality, our wishes, our dreams, our desires, also our challenges, we look to the houses to better understand the areas in life where we apply those energies. So on a literal level, the houses represent positions in the sky at time of our birth. The first house begins at the easternmost horizon the minute we are born. On a nuanced level, the houses represent 12 categories of life matched with the 12 signs of the zodiac. The sign that matches each house is called its natural ruler. So, for example, the most populous house on my chart is the 5th house. And this rules creativity and romance. And its natural ruler is Leo, yet Capricorn is where it lands on my chart, for example. So I have 4 planets in this 5th house: Mars, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, all in Capricorn. So this means that I apply my Capricorn focus on responsibility and structure toward creative and romantic pursuits in the realms of physical action, meaning Mars, societal systems, meaning Saturn, rebellion, meaning Uranus, and imagination, meaning Neptune. So this all combines to make me very creative and very romantic in those 4 realms, but with a very structured approach. So the planets tell us which human energies we are working with, the signs tell us how these energies manifest, and the houses tell us where we direct these energies, the area of life toward which we apply them. So in contrast, let's look at the 6th house on my chart, which rules service and health. I have 2 planets in this house, Mercury and Venus. Mercury is in Aquarius, whereas Venus is just barely still in Capricorn. This means that I apply my Capricorn focus on responsibility and structure toward service and health when it comes to love and beauty, meaning Venus. But I apply my Aquarius focus on freedom and innovation toward service and health when it comes to communication and intellect, meaning Mercury. So, in other words, my love and beauty energies, my Venus energies, are manifested via responsibility and structure, Capricorn, and applied toward service and health initiatives, meaning the 5th house, or the 6th house. The 6th house. And my communication and intellect energies, Mercury, are manifested via freedom and innovation, Aquarius, and applied toward service and health initiatives, 6th house. So is this making sense to you all? Overall, my chart is heavily oriented towards the 5th and 6th houses because those are 7 of my planets in those 2 houses, which expresses my innate energies as represented by the planets in those houses. If you've been following me for any amount of time, this probably makes, and I prefer, I skipped a line. So my chart is heavily oriented towards the 5th and 6th houses, which speak to creativity, service, and health. And I prefer to use my responsible yet innovative structures in order to express those innate energies as represented by the planets. So if you've been following me for any amount of time, this probably makes a whole lot of sense in terms of how I present myself and my work to the world. Can anyone relate to this? I think there's a lot of you out there. So if you're interested in getting clear on your own identity, I'm opening up 3 spaces to those of you out there who want to achieve more in less time with less stress. Book a call with me if you're interested. So let's get into the nitty-gritty with the 12 houses. So the first house, which is at the easternmost horizon, the moment we are born, is all about the self. That makes a lot of sense. And its natural ruler is Aries. The beginning of the zodiac begins with the beginning of the houses. So the first house rules self, confidence, and basic expression. So whichever signs and planets fall into the first house for you indicate how others see you and how you relate to the outer world. We wear these energies on our sleeves in the first house. So the second house is all about wealth, and its natural ruler is Taurus. So the second house rules wealth and material possessions. It indicates what will be lucrative for us and how we make money. These planets and signs reveal our relationships to wealth and our livelihoods, what we do to support ourselves in our lifetime. The third house is all about communication, and its natural ruler is Gemini. The third house rules communication of all kinds. These planets and signs that are in the third house reveal how we prefer to communicate with others. The fourth house is all about home, and its natural ruler is Cancer. The fourth house is our innermost realm, our private world that we sometimes share with others. This is the source of our deepest feelings. So these planets and signs that are in the fourth house are going to reveal how we relate to intimacy and nurturing. The fifth house is all about creativity and romance, as I've mentioned before. Its natural ruler is Leo. The fifth house is the house of creativity, playfulness, and true love. It is how we entertain ourselves and what brings us pleasure. For me, it's a lot of structure. These planets and signs reveal how we relate to creativity and love. So the sixth house is all about service and health, and its natural ruler is Virgo. The sixth house rules health, work, and service towards others. It can also reveal what we worry about. These planets and signs reveal our work ethic and what we choose to devote ourselves to. The seventh house is all about partnership and marriage, and its natural ruler is Libra. So the seventh house rules relationships and marriage. It speaks to our shadow selves and ideal partners. These planets and signs reveal how we relate to others and how we form relationships. The seventh house is actually also highly populated on my chart. It contains both my moon and my sun in Pisces in the seventh house. And so that means when it comes to partnership and marriage, I like Pisces people. I've always dated a lot of Pisces people. A lot of my best friends over the years have been Pisces. And so this kind of speaks to who we naturally gravitate towards when we are looking for partnerships. So moving on to the eighth house, it's all about sex, death, and rebirth. And its natural ruler is Scorpio. So the eighth house is about the death, sex, rebirth, and psychology, very Scorpio vibes. Sexuality is emphasized, as well as investigation and digging into the hidden aspects of the human experience. So these planets and signs that exist in the eighth house for you are going to reveal how you relate to sexual intimacy and transformation. So the ninth house is all about philosophy and adventure, and its natural ruler is Sagittarius. So the ninth house rules travel to foreign countries, spiritual teachers, and higher education. So these planets and signs reveal how we relate to religion and philosophy. The 10th house is all about career and social status, and its ruler is Capricorn. So the 10th house rules career, society, as well as the father. This is the house that shows us which career will bring success and how we contribute to society. So the 10th house is always going to be interesting when it's compared to the second house, which reveals how you like to make money. So the second house and the 10th house are going to be really integral in figuring out what you want your career and livelihood to look like. So the 10th house, this is how we contribute to society and bring success. These planets and signs reveal how we relate to life's work and social standings. The 11th house is all about friends and community, and its natural ruler is Aquarius. The 11th house rules community, friendship, and humanitarianism. So friends that we attract. These planets and signs reveal how we relate to building our tribes, our communities, our cheerleaders that we surround ourselves with. And the 12th house is all about spirituality and the subconscious, and its natural ruler is Pisces. So the 12th house represents spirituality, the psyche, and unconditional love. It is traditionally known as the house of self-undoing, meaning that it tells us what we can be drawn to as addictions and forms of escapism. These planets and signs reveal our unconscious drives that we keep hidden. So having a solid understanding of these is going to help us understand how we assert or express our energies in our day-to-day lives. So that's it for today. If you're interested in getting your own birth chart done, please book a call with me. Let's go over the 12 houses, the planet positions, the sign placements, your Saturn returns, which we haven't even talked about on the series yet, and the north and south nodes on your chart, because those are also, it's just important information for you to know as an internal guiding compass, so that you too can better understand the needs, the drives, the challenges, preferences, as well as growth opportunities that make or break your success. It has super helped me over the years to understand my chart and how it applies to my life. And I am a proselytizer, I guess, for getting this type of better understanding for your life. I can't wait to support all of you as you pursue your big goals. So, in the meantime, please join me for more of these Facebook Lives where I'll be going over each of these aspects in deeper contexts with practical tips, tools, and recommendations. I'll be jumping on next week to start talking about wellness activities. So we are going to talk about these 7 areas of wellness activities to prioritize for optimal performance, because these often depend on our chart, because someone with Mars in Pisces is going to have different physical needs than someone with Mars in Taurus. So this is an important way to understand how to choose your wellness activities with more intention and forethought and strategy, because if you're just forcing yourself to do this wellness activities but you don't actually enjoy them, or they aren't aligned with you, you're not going to get as far as if you have aligned activities. So jump on next week to start talking about those, and those are neuroscience based. So until then, please remember that your authentic self is extraordinary, it is wonderful, and you owe it to yourself to create the elevated life that you know you are capable of. Take care, everyone. Bye.